Okay, good evening, everybody. I'd like to call Thursday, May 11th, board meeting to order. Lucy, will you call the roll, please?
Yeah. Supervisor Bromblad,
Here?
I'm here. Trustee Bowman,
Here.
Seitz,
Here.
Wilhite. Here. And our township manager.
Okay, please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, next is the Freedom of Information requests. As of April 13th, last month's board meeting, we received one on 4/17 from a resident taxpayer with dates and places where vacant, requesting dates and places where vacant assessor position was advertised, names of all people that applied, and were interviewed for that position. That was responded on April 26th. Requested records do not exist. 4/7/23, a request from Bonnie Barrington requesting digital copies of emails to and from jbarrington@elaassessor.org to Penny Her at elaassessor.org from 8/1/21 through 9/14/21. We responded on 5/8. Emails were provided. On April 11th, we got a request from Bonnie Barrington for digital copies of emails to and from Bob Gluckert and Gloria Palmblad's emails, both personal and professional. That was responded on 4/18. Emails were provided. On April 11th, we received a request from Bonnie Barrington, copy of the Township Administrator's Ted Marciniak's resume, contract, and current salary package. We responded on April 18th and provided resume, contract, and salary package. On April 11th, received a request from Bonnie Barrington requesting the Highway Superintendent's salary package and what is included. That was responded on April 19th, provided salary package. On April 11th, we received another request from Bonnie Barrington, requested copies of levy requests for tax years 2020, 21, 22, 23. Responded on April 19th, levy requests were provided. April 7th, we received a request from Bonnie Barrington requesting digital copies of all emails to and from K. Wilson, which is Kip Wilson at lakecountyillinois.gov, and Gloria Palmblad from April 11th, 22 to the present. That was responded on April 26th with emails being provided. On April 14th, another request from Bonnie Barrington requesting copies of Jessica Case's time cards for the last 6 months, including the hourly pay rate. That was responded on April 26th. Information was provided. April 14th, Bonnie Barrington requested copies of Penny Hare's time cards for the last 12 months. We responded on April 26th. Information was provided. On April 7th, we received a request from Bonnie Barrington for digital copies of all emails to and from jbarrington@elaassessor.org to Gloria Palmblad from July 1st, 21 through 9/14/21. We responded on May 8th. Emails were provided. On April 25th, we received a request from Bill Kruckenberg for copies of Ms. Her's time cards from January 1st, 22 through April 25th of 23. We responded on May 2nd. Information was provided. April 7th of 23, request from Bonnie Barrington for digital copies of emails from Penny Her at elaassessor.org that contains keywords IMRF, which stands for Illinois Municipal Retirement Fund, from 9/20/21 through the present. We responded on May 8th. Emails were provided. On May 7th, we received a request from Bonnie Barrington for digital copies of emails to and from Penny Her at elaassessor.org, and Gloria Palmblad from 9/13/21 through the present. There's a 21-day extension. It will be responded. I think we did respond on May 8th. We did. May 8th, emails were provided. On April 7th, we received a request from Bonnie Barrington requesting digital copies of emails to and from jbarrington@elaassessor.org. That's to and from May 13th, 21 through the present. We have a 21-day extension. It was due May 8th, but we were awaiting a response from Bonnie, so that has not been handled yet. April 14th, another request from Bonnie Barrington for digital copies of invoices and paid receipts of the background checks conducted on all new hires for the last 12 months with names of employees and cost of background checks. 21-day extension, that one's due May 15th. Request on May 8th from Nicholas Barrington regarding Jessica Parman's recent IPAI class on March 29th and the 30th. He requested name of lodging, dates and cost, as well as cost of meals and mileage. We requested a 21-day extension on that, due June 7th. We received a request on May 5th, 2023. Rhonda Kruckenberg requested all correspondence from State's Attorney to Ela Township and/or Gloria Palmblad from March 1st, 2023 to May 5th, 2023. We responded on May 12th. And that information was provided. On May 4th, we received a request from Rhonda Kruckenberg to provide a list of qualified residents that applied for the appointment of the assessor, list of dates that interviews were held, list of reasons for not appointing those applicants. It was due May 11th, and we responded. The one with, from Rhonda Kruckenberg regarding the assessor candidates. Did we respond to that one? Not yet, okay. That one will be done tomorrow, I guess. We received a request on May 9th from Nicholas Barrington asking us to provide salaries for all elected officials for years 2017 through 2021 and from 21 through 2025. That one is due May 16th as well. And that's all I have for that today. We did respond to that one, I'm sorry. Which one, the first one? Okay, I thought so. That's okay. All right, so moving forward. Next is public comments. Please come forward, give us your name and address for the record, please.
Rhonda Kruckenberg, 23310 West Miller Road, Lake Zurich. Good evening. At the last meeting, Supervisor Palmblad spent almost 15 minutes reading off the names and reasons for the FOIA, just like she did tonight. She has never done this before, last month, and is trying to intimidate those that requested FOIAs. She is trying to shame people for trying to find the truth in what she is doing. Look at the new business agenda on your letterhead there. Out of the new business, out of 10 items, 7 of these items were brought up in the last meeting from the FOIAs that were requested. These are corrections, errors, how they do conduct business. With approximately 12 years in local government, Gloria, why do you need an attorney to come here, and you need an attorney to come here and tell the board how to run the business, because you're not running it properly. Why do you have to correct all these meeting minutes that are on the agenda? Because you can't, as a supervisor, you can't run your position properly. Shame on you. You now want to vote on public policy for comments by the people. The township government is closest to the people, and you want to stifle free speech. You were elected by the people, but now you don't want to hear from the people that were elected you. You want time limits for free speech? When did the township become a dictatorship? You want restrictions on our free speech. We, the people, deserve a township that works for us. We have found numerous lies in these FOIAs and will continue to file more, as these corrections are just symptoms of her inability to lead. And this is the only person that this all points to. An example of the new lie that she has told the people of Lake County Tax Department made errors in the tax levy because of their error, the township will not get the money that they deserve in the tax money. This is not true. I have the correspondence between the supervisor and the tax department. The error was all Palmblad's. She filled out the levy wrong. Plus, she had the gall to make condescending remarks about why she had to fill out a yearly levy and the time restraints that every township has. The truth is that we got the truth that we got from the FOIAs that she wanted 2% tax increase for the park fund when the state law says that the limit is 0.02 tax increase. She can't tell the difference between 2% and 0.02%. By my estimates, that's an error. Levies are part of the government. She was a clerk for Lake Zurich before she was a trustee, and now she's on her sixth year as supervisor. She still doesn't know her job. This is the latest of one of her lies. Palmblatt, the board members, Bowman and Stikes, have had their modus operandi since they've been on the board. If the board is smart, don't take any more of their lies. You should stop having meetings one-on-one. Question everything. Do your homework. If you're not sure, investigate first. Find another source to back up her claims. Bring an attorney to all the meetings, especially the cows, because it appears that this one and one-on-one meetings are where all the deals are made, and not on a monthly meetings like tonight. Her ability to lie to the board members individually and her staff will continue if some critical thinking does not occur. Decisions of this magnitude should be open meetings and not behind closed doors with no limits on public comments, and have the attorney at every meeting. Now that I've discussed this, I hope everyone's seen that horrendous YouTube video, and I have how you can reach the YouTube video if you haven't seen it. It's a disgrace. It's actually funny, but it's my township, and I love my township, and this is absolutely going to the birds. Thank you for your time, and I hope there are better times for the township.
Me too.
Good evening. My name is Bill Kruckenberg. I live on Miller Road, Lake Zurich. In requesting FOIAs for the supervisor to intimidate the people requesting truth. Our requests here are found in the letters dated March 26, 2021 from the Lake County State's Attorney's Office. In this letter, Supervisor Palmblatt was facing felony criminal prosecution. Under the conditions of the letter, verbatim, it's read, Supervisor Gloria Palmblatt will need to make a public statement in allocation of the record at the May Township meeting regarding all township decisions and dealing related to signscapes. Additionally, a payment of $3,500 would need to make by supervisor. According to the records received by FOIA, she paid them. In reviewing the minutes of May 13, 2021, Ms. Palmblatt read a statement saying the board needs transparency, yet there is no public record of her admitting any guilt or wrongdoing regarding her company and signscapes. She did not follow the requirements set by the court. The court was notified through a letter from the Ela attorney that states she did. Apparently, the attorney didn't seek confirmation from the statement was publicly made. On the same subject, it appears via FOIA, the township paid her legal fees for her criminal charge. This is not a crime. This is a crime she committed, and the residents of Ela Township should not pay her legal fees. She should reimburse the township for all her attorney fees. For all those violations, I'm asking for the resignation and removal of Gloria Palmblatt as supervisor and serving on the board of Ela Township. She has violated the trust of the people in this township and hid this from everyone. The meeting that she was supposed to acknowledge these charges was the last meeting with the old board, and the two new members were never told. So much for transparency. All the board members, especially Mr. Bowman, Mr. Skies, should step up, take responsibility, and remove her. You two men took an oath of office to uphold the law. She violated the law of Illinois. Do your job. In closing, the supervisor shames us for the FOIAs. Without us doing this, no one would know what she wants. There is no transparency under her direction, and we will not stop looking for the truth, nor will we stop until she resigns or removes from this board. Don't try to intimidate us anymore. You're doing a good job, but we're not afraid.
Good evening. Bonnie Barrington. I live in Hawthorne Woods. I wasn't going to speak today until I recently was informed of something, and I think the residents of Ela Township deserve to know the type of person that is leading the township. I recently received a phone call from a friend who works in the court clerk's office. She was telling me that she recently helped a woman use their search computer. When she saw what the woman was looking for, she thought I should know. She was searching up information about my recently deceased husband's probate cases. When I asked her to describe the lady, she described Supervisor Palmblatt. I thought maybe it was a coincidence until one of my local friends told me they witnessed Gloria sharing the information as well as pictures on her phone of the information. So tonight I would like to ask Supervisor Palmblatt, what are you looking for? It was clear to me that you didn't like John when you didn't attend his funeral, when you went and removed boxes from his office immediately after his death, which, by the way, I'm still waiting for the return of his personal items, and by the things you are saying about him around town. But now to sink this low, let me save you time. In the future, if you want to know something, just ask me. I will gladly tell you. But as a word of warning, I'm sure you saw when you were at the county. I am being represented by attorneys. And when I shared this with them, they were a little shocked a public official would act in this way. But based on what you said, you are walking a fine line between gossip and defamation of character. And since, after Bill's statement, you were acting as Gloria, not as Supervisor Palmblatt, I'm pretty sure this time you'll have to pay for your own legal bills. Thank you.
Anybody else?
Couple items here. Jim Tarbett, 1195 Cedar Creek Drive here in Lake Zurich. The first one is related to the public comments. I think would be nice if the public was aware of that and what the contents of it are. Second is you have items 16, 17, and 20 on the agenda. My question is, why are we giving performance bonuses, and what has been done that they have actually performed over and above what their commitments are? This again falls into the realm that I mentioned at the last meeting, which is literally, it's our money, and you people happen to have a bad habit of being opium addicts. OPM, other people's money. I think that somewhere along the line, this has got to stop. Thank you.
Any other comments? I know I'm advised not to speak, but I'm going to say one or two things here. As far as the accusations of me not returning any of John's belongings from his office. I have nothing of John's from his office. I never took a box out of there.
That's a lie.
It's not a lie.
Employees told me.
Well,
Penny, your contracted assessor, other employees told me.
okay, we're not going to have a debate. This is not, you had your time to speak, I have my time to speak, and this is not a debate. I did not take any boxes out of that office. I was advised by the police when they were here to search the office, and we have every right to go in there. It's a public building. It's a place of business. I did not have to leave you in the office at all, but we were kind enough to let you go in. But just for the record, I did not take any boxes out of that office. And I was not alone in that room at the time. As far as the visit to the county, I was only looking to make sure that Ela Township was not listed in any type of document, that we were being sued for anything. Okay, we'll move on. As far as the YouTube thing, I don't know, do you want to address the YouTube thing in any way? Okay. All right, we'll move on then. Next is approval of board meeting minutes of April 13th, 2023.
Motion.
Second.
Any corrections? Okay, can we have a roll call, please?
Trustee Bowman,
Yes.
trustee Wilhite,
Yes.
Supervisor Trombley,
Yes.
trustee Sights.
Yes.
Committee meeting minutes. I need a motion to accept the meeting minutes from the Committee of the Whole from May 5th, the Communication Committee meeting from April 25th, Health and Wellness Committee from April 7th, the Highway Committee meeting from February 6th and March 20th, and the Cemetery Committee meeting from February 28th.
Motion.
I have one minor change.
Okay, one second. We have a motion and second from Joel. Okay, what is it?
Just at the committee of the whole meeting on May 5th, under parks, we decided the bench that was going to be ordered. That was the only difference.
Okay, under parks, okay. Oh, because it says no report? Okay, it's here already.
Right, but I mean,
Okay.
that's what it was decided at that meeting. Larry gave the go-ahead as the parks chair.
To order the benches,
The
The-
bench.
the free one or the three for Knox?
The one with an expense to it.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, that bench?
Yes.
Okay, that's for the pickleball court?
Yeah, Jeff has brought the recommendation.
Yes. Okay. All right, so we have a motion out there to accept these with one correction. Anything else? Okay, we call the roll, please?
Trustee Bowman,
Yes.
trustee Sights,
Yes.
Supervisor Trombley,
Yes.
and trustee Wilhite.
Yes.
Okay, next is authorization to approve the payment of the board audit from April 11th, 23 to May 8th, 23. Lucy, we called,
Okay.
read it, please.
Total general town fund, $71,730.29. Total general assistance, $1,113.50. Total general road, what I got, $45,941.58. Total perm road, $16,086.42. Total park maintenance, $8,946.53. Total cemetery maintenance, $3,077.40. Total payroll, $161,869.94. Total of all funds, $308,768.65.
Okay. Any questions? Can we have a motion to accept the board audit as read by Clerk Proudy?
So,
Motion.
second.
Any questions?
Did we receive a TORMA refund?
A what refund?
A TORMA refund?
Yes.
Okay. Is that in this, or was it in the last one?
I believe it was in the last budget year.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else? Okay, Lucy, we call the roll, please?
Trustee Bowman,
Yes.
trustee Wilhite,
Yes.
Supervisor Trombley,
Yes?
trustee Sights.
Yes.
Okay, monthly updates from elected officials, township manager, and department heads. Thank you to the highway department for getting the mulch distributed amongst town hall today. This week, it looks very nice. Secondly, I just wanted to inform everybody who hasn't driven by downtown Main Street in Lake Zurich, the peace pole was installed today. It has a little cosmetic work around it that needs to be done, but it is installed, and the lights will be connected tomorrow. So, a few of us were there today to see it go up. It was pretty neat. It looks pretty cool. And other than that, I'll move on. Trustee Wilhoit, any report?
Just trustee Ufudike and Ted, we went to our first Township Day in Springfield this year, and we got to meet the Secretary of State, Alexis Julius. We had meetings with State Senator Dan McConkey and State Representative Nabila Saeed, and discuss different township things, different grants that would be available to help with paying for things that in the township. And what was most encouraging is that they're working together to do the best for our community, and that's, as elected officials, that's what we're here to do, is to do the best for the constituents in the area. So it was just a great experience.
Topic day.
Pardon me?
It's topic day.
Topics Day.
Yeah, it was topics day.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, anything else? Trustee Bowman?
Nothing new since the Cal meeting with Parks. We do have a delay with the pickleball court just because of the weather and final work and stuff, so the opening, ribbon cutting will not be the 20th. So.
Correct. Okay, Clerk Proudy?
No, just that if you notice the Cal minutes, the good reports from the youth director and the assessor. So in the future, any reports better come to me. Thank you.
And just one more comment regarding some comments that were made tonight regarding the felony charges. I did follow what I was directed to do, and the state's attorney's office did see the recording because they asked us for it, and I know they saw it, so I'm just clearing that up a little bit. Trustee Sykes, any report?
Yes, fun meeting to do this at tonight.
Mm-hmm.
It is with mixed emotions that I inform you I will soon be leaving Ela Township. As many of you may know, my wife and I had our first child last summer. Shortly thereafter, it became clear that our current home was a bit cramped for the needs of our growing family. Providing ample space for our child to grow and our pets to live comfortably would require more space. While we had originally intended to remain in our current home longer, we subsequently began a search for a larger home recently and quickly found a new home that met all of our current needs as well as our future needs to continue growing our family. However, that home does not reside in Ela Township. The past 7.5 years serving on the Ela Township Board have been an incredible experience. As I said before, I spent almost my entire life as a resident of Ela Township. I grew up here and have directly benefited from the opportunities this community provides to its residents. Having the opportunity to give back by serving on the Ela Township Board has been a tremendous honor. I'm proud to have been part of the township as we made great strides in modernizing township operations, improved operational efficiencies across departments, developed and began implementing a long-term strategic plan, and done all of this with a focus on fiscal responsibility to ensure the long-term financial health of the township. At times we have faced some tough decisions about the best direction for the township to take. I've always endeavored to approach decisions with an open mind and sought to decide based on what is best for the residents of Ela Township. Sometimes it means making a decision that others disagree with, but it's not about the best decision for me or a friend. It's about the best decision for this community. In reality, I feel my contributions to Ela Township have been small. The people who deserve credit for anything the township has accomplished while I have served on the board are the staff. I firmly believe the staff of Ela Township are some of the most dedicated and hardworking people. We have a smaller staff than most other local governments, many of whom work part-time, but you'd never know based on the contribution each of them makes to serve our residents. Everyone here goes above and beyond to help in other areas and ensure the best service possible is provided to residents. Many residents may not be aware of the extra work you all do, but I want to express my sincere thanks to all of you. You have made my job easier, and Ela Township is a thriving and growing community because of all of you. To my fellow board members, it has been a pleasure serving with you. Although we have not always agreed, and at times faced criticism, sometimes fairly, and sometimes not, I've appreciated the contributions each of you has brought to serving this wonderful community. Gloria, I would just like to add that you faced a lot of criticism, I think entirely unfairly, some of which, it could be suggested, might rise to defamatory, and you have not deserved it at all. You were one of the most dedicated community servants that I've ever known here. Since I was a child, you've been serving in this community. And I'm sorry that you've had to deal with some of the things you've had to deal with.
Thank you.
But you are appreciated in this community, not just by people sitting up here or anyone out there, but many others, and I know that you know that, and I hope you will remember that.
Thank you.
Effective at the end of the day on May 31st, 2023, I will formally resign my position as trustee on the Ela Township Board. Until such time, I'll continue representing this community to the best of my ability. Thank you.
Thanks, Joel. On behalf of Ela Township residents for your service over the last, so what'd you say, 7.5 years? Thank you for your dedication and your, especially all your insight with state and state laws that are trying to be passed down in Springfield. It's been very helpful to have you have that knowledge and make us aware of it as it comes up and as things are voted on. So, and again, on behalf of the board, I've enjoyed working with you. It's been great to have you with us, and we're going to miss you. So, thank you. Anybody else want to say
I would
anything?
also like to say it's been a pleasure working with you. We haven't always agreed on a lot of things, but I always appreciated your honesty and integrity.
Thank you, Larry.
And it's always been there. And the best of the luck in the future, whatever you proceed to. We'll miss you. Thanks.
We'll miss you.
I didn't get to know you until I joined the board, and I appreciate our banter. I appreciate your professionalism and your different views, and how we were able to maybe not agree on things, but always, do what's best for the people. So I appreciate everything you've done and taught me since I've been here, so thank you.
Thanks again. We're going to miss you. Okay, so we'll move on to health and wellness.
Hello. So we had another good month, 14 referrals. We have actually broadened our service area and have not only, normally we just have a lot from Lake Zurich, but now we have Deer Park, Killdeer, and Hawthorne Woods were represented in our referrals. We've also started to do like a Wellness Wednesday where we are educating the public about different things that are going on, like fentanyl, phone scams, and dangerous and destructive TikTok challenges. So look out for those on our webpage or on our Facebook page. Our lending closet's still doing really well. We are still fully stocked, so we're really not asking for anything right now. We were able to, myself and the supervisor were able to go to Charity Knit's annual anniversary party. And those women, they do amazing things. They donate to a lot of different organizations. So we were, it was nice to be a part of that and kind of see and meet some of the women that I haven't really talked to a lot. Also on the 28th of May, we're going to be hosting, along with ATCOI, a dementia training on youth and families, challenges and opportunities by our very own Betsy Innocente. She will be hosting that, which will be good. And I am still looking into working with a Killdeer police officer for like an active shooter training for each department. That's pretty much it.
Okay. Any questions? Okay, thank you. Susan?
I wanted to start by saying thank you to Joel, because you have definitely been a great support for the entire community center, and I think I want to particularly highlight our struggles with the Wednesday group.
That was, I've only been here maybe 2 or 3 months.
Yeah, you were.
Right, exactly, and
You were a
Get thrown
newbie.
into
I don't know.
it was, emotions came high during that entire process, and I truly appreciate you just being level and fair and the voice of reason through a lot of that, so thank you. In addition to that, good luck to you and your wife and your babies.
Thank you.
Okay, so, community center news for April, it was very busy. We actually did, in revenue, $4,000 more than we did in March, so I think I had mentioned at the cow, we are back into full swing, which is awesome. We have been seeing more and more people coming in to the center for the first time. They're walking the neighborhood now because I think we're finally gonna have nice weather. So, we've had several folks come in and be like, oh, what do you have here? So, anyway, we finished, as I mentioned in the cow meeting, the patio. So there's additional lattices. The raised beds are all done. We have our vegetable garden planted. We have seating and lighting now. Tomorrow night is our, well, fingers crossed, it's supposed to be, our taco truck patio event. We don't know if we'll be on the patio or not. And I want to reiterate that all of that was done via volunteers and grant money, so no township money was spent on the patio itself. So, on the youth end, they're winding down their school year and ramping up their camp. Camp payments are due tomorrow, and we've got probably about 80% of that in, so that's great. Staff is hired. We are really happy that just about everybody came back from last year that we wanted to come back as far as staff, so they're actually gonna start working into the schedule for after-school club next week. That's great. And we are full. We have 2 spaces open for the 4th of July week and 1 space open for the last week of camp. So Joe's done a great job really pushing that, so. Any questions for me?
Any questions? Okay,
Awesome.
The patio is done or not done?
is
The patio's
done.
done.
Is done, okay.
Vegetable gardens in, flowers in, lights are up,
Tables are up.
tables are up. We had a group of high school volunteers one day, and the next day a group of seniors.
Looks great.
All right.
Thank you.
Good luck, Joe.
And next, we have Highway.
I would also like to say good luck, Joel, and it has been a pleasure working with you for the few short years that I've been here. Hope everything goes well for you.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Our spring maintenance has been completed on all of our vehicles and equipment to ensure proper working conditions for the upcoming season. Our roadside restoration has been done from all the damage due to our snow plowing over last winter. On May 3rd, we started construction on the new sidewalks for the pickleball and tennis courts. The entrance is there. We anticipate all our work will be completed by the time the ribbon cutting event gets here. We have the new bucket truck all retrofitted, and it is in service as of today. Hawthorne Woods will be taking the old one over shortly. That's all I have. Any questions?
Anybody? Lori? No? Okay, thank you. Tom?
All right. Earlier today, we received our 3rd plastic bin from our trash recycling program. Meaning we've officially eclipsed the 1,500-pound recycling mark, which is just absolutely crazy impressive. Goes to show, teamwork does make the dream work, right? So, as Trustee Wilhoit mentioned, the 3 of us went down to Springfield for a lobby day. Trustee Wilhoit, this is news to you, but you will be getting a bill from me for services rendered for photography and filtering to and from Springfield. Joke in front of your Trustee Uverdike was here too, but that's right. Okay.
She was more the photo taker.
Yeah, exactly. We continue to have an available part-time position available in our administrative department. We're seeking qualified candidates for the management assistant position. Anyone interested in further information can either check out our website or reach out directly to me. And then the pickleball courts, we continued to progress on the pickleball courts at Knox Park. We're at the home stretch. We have some delays due to weather, but we're hoping to announce a formal ribbon cutting ceremony shortly.
Correct.
And also, finally, Joel, again, I want to thank you for your time. I'm the newest employee here, but I think we've worked pretty well together since I started, and we'll have to set up a play date once you guys get settled in
Indeed.
with our 2 little ones.
Appreciate your work as well.
Okay, anything? Okay, thank you. We'll move on to new business, emergency exit staircase. Consideration and possible action to approve Sterling Renaissance to prepare area and install an emergency exit staircase to Town Hall. Can we have a motion to approve?
Motion.
Second.
Any questions? Okay, Lucy, will you call the roll, please?
Trustee Bowman,
Yes.
trustee Wilhite,
Yes.
Supervisor Trombley,
Yes.
and trustee Sights.
Yes.
Next is the RFP for garbage carriers. We received 3 bids, one from Groot, one from Waste Management, and one from LRS.
Can I share the public comments? I received?
Yes, please.
So before you guys get too deep into the conversation, we've received multiple resident comments, and I just wanted to share that with you guys so you guys can take that into consideration. A Jill T. from the Forest Lake subdivision has requested that we remain with Waste Management. And then on Facebook, we've also had multiple comments, and I will read those here for your consideration. A Freddie Bott, I apologize for the names, please don't change from Waste Management. We in Hawthorne Woods are very happy with it. Unfortunately, I can't make it to the board tonight. A Richard J. Riley, I've heard nothing but complaints from Lake Zurich since they switched from Waste Management to LRS/Prairieland. And then there was another chain of comments asking questions, so I just wanted to share those with you before you guys made a decision.
Okay, this seems to be a kind of a conflicting decision here on what is best for the residents, based on the numbers. In one aspect, the everyday or the every week pickup, one carrier is cheaper. And then when you go and add the landscape collection, it changes the answer. So I need somebody to make a motion to approve one carrier, so we can all vote on it.
I make a motion to approve Waste Management for unincorporated Ela Township.
Okay, we have a motion, do we have a second?
A second.
Okay, so can I ask a question? Is that based on numbers or based on what you just heard? Or what your comment, you had comments earlier though about waste, that
Yeah,
you,
it's based on both. Waste Management when combining with landscape waste, it was the lowest bid. We spoke about in our committee of the whole meeting, the Highway Department also said that they're familiar with the wires and the electric lines there, and a new company, there might be some problems there. It seems, just from the few comments we had, that they prefer, the people we heard from preferred to stay with Waste Management. So that's the reason for, and it is the least expensive, including landscape management.
okay, anybody else want to add a comment?
I don't have anything to add based on what she said.
Did you have anything to add? My only comment was, we have, let's say, 1,400 residents that are under this contract. The number's still not definitive, but 1,400 residents would be cheap, it would be cheaper for our 1,400 residents if we went with a different carrier other than Waste Management. It's only because of the landscape waste that changes that scope of the pricing, so.
But it is a fair bit less on the annual basis when it's included.
I'm sorry, I can't
I
hear you.
said it is a fair bit less on the annual basis when that element's included.
It is.
And I think in context, as was referenced by trustee Wilhite, that the impact of the change could bring other difficulties to residents.
Mhm.
I think many would probably prefer to keep the status quo in this area.
Okay, so we have a motion on the table. Let's take a roll. Lucy?
Trustee Wilhite,
Yes.
trustee Sights,
Yes.
trustee Bowman,
Yes.
Supervisor Trombley,
No. Okay, we'll move on. Number 12, Knox Park replacement fence. Can we have a motion to approve Action Fence contractors to remove and replace the existing fence with a Princeton model, which is very similar to what we have out there now?
Motion.
Second.
Any questions? Okay, Lucy, will you call the roll, please?
trustee Bowman,
Yes.
trustee Wilhite,
Yes.
Supervisor Trombley,
Yes.
and trustee Sights.
Yes.
Next is Resolution 2023-01, Public Comment Policy. Can we have a motion to approve the public comment policy resolution effective immediately?
Can we go over what the changes will be, just so people know?
I don't know if there are any changes. We've always known it to be that everybody had 3 minutes to speak. And in fact, at one point, we thought they only had, okay, this was drafted out by the attorney based on, because we couldn't find our existing public comment policy. We've always let people speak for 3 minutes, and supposedly it was supposed to be a maximum of 30 minutes, but we took that out of this policy.
That's what I wanted known, is that
Okay.
we took that out.
Yeah, we took that part out. So we don't limit it down to 30 minutes, but we do limit it to 3 minutes
Per person.
per person, correct?
Unless extended.
Yes. So can we have a motion to accept, or approve rather,
Motion.
this resolution?
Second.
Can we have a roll, please?
Trustee Bowman,
Yes.
trustee Wilhite,
Yes.
trustee Stites,
Yes.
supervisor Pomble.
Yes. Okay, number 14, we have a correction to the minutes. There was by no means any deliberate reason to leave out executive session notes on here. It was just an accident. So I'd like to change the minutes. You have to follow with me because I have to change them again than what was in the, that was in the packets. For the meetings for March 8th, number 7 should read, the executive session adjourned at 10:11 a.m. for the purpose of discussing the assessor's position / compensation under Section 2C1 of the Open Meetings Act, and that the board returned to open session at 10:40 and adjourned at 10:42. So I need a motion to accept those changes to those minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Lucy would call the roll, please.
Trustee Wilhite,
Yes.
trustee Stites,
Yes.
supervisor Pomble,
Yes?
and trustee Bowman.
Yes.
Okay, under 15, special budget meeting minutes. We did indeed go from one budget meeting to executive session, and that was missed on the meeting minutes. So it had to be added that the board adjourned to executive session to discuss the township assessor's position under Section 2C3 of the Open Meetings Act, and then returned to open session and adjourned. So I need a motion to amend the special budget meeting minutes of February 24th, previously approved on March 9th, to include notations, executive session took place immediately following the meeting.
Motion.
Second.
Trustee Bowman,
Yes.
trustee Wilhite,
Yes.
supervisor Pomble,
Yes.
and trustee Stites.
Yes.
Next, number 16, I need a motion to approve the $3,000 performance bonus for Assessor Hare.
Motion.
Second.
Lucy would call the roll?
Trustee Bowman,
Yes.
trustee Stites,
Yes.
supervisor Pomble,
Yes.
and trustee Wilhite.
No.
No.
Next, I need a motion to approve the $6,000 performance bonus for the Highway Superintendent to Powell.
Motion.
Second.
Lucy would call the roll?
Trustee Stites,
Yes.
trustee Bowman,
Yes.
supervisor Pomble,
Yes?
and trustee Wilhite.
Yes.
And those two were, just to clarify, what our motions were in it, coming out of executive session. Okay, next is executive session meeting minutes, consideration and possible action to approve the executive session minutes from, and I'm correcting this as well, from May 12th, 2022 through January 5th, 2023, for a total of 5 meeting minutes.
I made a lot of error.
I made the corrections to the one that fell within that within that timeframe.
There were a lot of changes on that.
Not on that one. Not on that group of 5. I have them here if you'd like to look at them.
Okay. As amended then.
Yes, as amended,
Okay.
from what you read, but they've been corrected.
Okay.
All right, so can we have a motion to accept those executive session minutes?
So moved.
Second.
Sorry. Get a little jumpy.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, you have it now? We have a first and a second?
I got it,
You
yeah.
beat me to the punch a long time ago. I'm just getting jumpy.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
So will you call the roll, please?
Trustee Wilhite,
Yes.
Trustee Bowman?
Yes.
Oh, no. Yeah. No, Sights. Trustee Sights.
Trustee Bowman.
Trustee
Don't
Bowman.
confuse it.
Now you wonder why I'm messed up. Okay.
My fault.
Okay, we got it. Supervisor Bromblad?
Yes.
And
Also yes.
we got him.
Okay, I forget, you gotta call Joel again.
Trustee Sights?
Yes.
Thank you, for the
Sorry.
record.
Sorry.
Okay, motion carries. Number 20, consideration and possible action on items discussed in closed session.
Oh, wait a second. Number 19?
We're gonna go back to that.
Oh, you want to do that
Are
first?
we going into executive session?
We're gonna table it.
Yeah, I know that, but,
Well, I figured we'd just table it now and then go into executive
oh, okay,
session.
okay.
All right, so on the agenda is Assessor Hare's amended contract. We're gonna just table that for another meeting. Okay?
Okay, I need a motion to go into executive session.
Correct.
Motion.
Second.
Okay, will you call the roll, please?
Trustee Bowman?
Yes.
Trustee Sights?
Yes.
Trustee Wilhite?
Yes.
And Supervisor Pombley?
Yes,
7:51.
correct. All right, we'll go into executive session. We'll come back to open.
8:09.
8:09, Luce, you ready?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so you have a motion to come back into open session?
Motion.
I'll take second.
Trustee Bowman?
Yes.
Trustee Sights?
Yes.
Supervisor Pombley?
Yes.
And Trustee Wilhite?
Yes.
Okay, the only thing I have to report out of executive session is that Assessor Her gave her resignation today based on personal matters. And future steps will be provided as we get them organized. I didn't say that correctly, but that's what I meant.
We know.
Okay?
It'll be on our website, the announcement tomorrow.
So, can we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second my last adjournment.
All right.
Trustee Bowman?
Yes.
Trustee Sights, last
Vote.
vote.
Yes.
Supervisor Pombley?
Yes.
And Trustee Wilhite?
Yes.
And I should state that U4DK is absent tonight. I should have got that on the first roll call, but